Alright, this is part 2 of Superboot. This is my own weird creation. It is a virtual hackathon. It's all about making alternative firmware. And what are we working on? Pong for the Ornament and Crime. And I've gotten a little bit of help from Nick today in part 1, where he helped me figure out how to use the different draw commands, the different input and output commands, and what we have so far is the Supra from Jonas Cell is moving the paddle up and down, and it's doing an okay job there. The goal is going to be now to make some more modifications so that, like right now I can turn the encoder here on the right side, so it's got a player 2, but this is a farce. The CPU, I keep moving the paddle into just the right spot. This is kind of crazy. But as you can see, it bounces no matter what happens. So, and the CPU isn't actually scoring at all. So we need to improve the scoring system. Right, so first thing I'm going to do is share there we go, share this new stream, because I needed to do part 2. Alright, there's one Discord. Two Discords. 3 Discords. 4 Discords. 5 Discords. I appreciate that someone is actually paying attention. Let's see, who else? 7 Discords? How many Discords am I in? I don't even know. Too many. Just enough. Yeah, right, yeah, that's probably plenty. Well, maybe one more. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have taken over the Earth Modular Society live stream. That would have been good. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. All right. So let's see. Where did I leave off? Yeah, back at it. Just need to catch up on where did I leave off. And we've got this markdown file. We are working on 2 players. Right now I can move the right paddle up and down, though it's reversed for some reason. So probably the first thing I need to do is have a look at why. Let's just flip it around. Let's flip that around, so I don't know why it's reversed, but it is. And upload it again. Uh-oh, Nick started a Ponglet. Bro, is it at least based on my branch? Come on, man. Wait for me. You need to focus on your 2.0. You know, this Superboot hackathon is due tomorrow, you know. But, yes, it would be really cool if we turn Pong into an applet. My hang-ups are, and this is going to be really tricky, is like adding a menu to say like, what do you want the inputs and the outputs to do? Which, you know, some applets have done really well, but talking to you about how the menu is kind of a mess, I worry about, okay, yeah, this is feeling good. This is feeling good. And, oh yeah, I understand why it's reversed now, because it's literally like, you feel like you're on this side, or you feel like you're on this side, so like, they need to, you know, this is down. So it is reversed. It intuitively needs to be. So that's cool. Alright, so I can move that up and down. Now I need to do hit detection. Making UI menus is just a PETA no matter what. Yeah. Well, maybe as like a... that sounds like a good like summer of code kind of thing. Like take on this extremely tedious thing, but make menu making easier in general for all of the applets, so that we can support more applets, you know? That'd be a good thing to do. Anyway, Up. Alright, let's go find the section where we're going to do collision detection. Alright, so collision detection. Did the ball hit the paddle? Question mark. We're revising this question. These conditions are asking, did the ball hit the paddle? So we're kind of warmed up to the point where I think that asking Gemma questions might help this go a little bit faster. Let's see if it can crunch the numbers or if it just totally crashes. And error handling response. Yeah. Let's see, Gemma thinks that I should generalize move ball and this is good, I think. So this is what I was telling you earlier, Nick, is that like it's once you get to a point where things are kind of like somewhat stable, like kind of 80% of the way there. Here, let me I'm gonna move my face down here. But once you kind of get to that point where stuff's starting to feel kind of like 80% of the way, that's when you can, I personally feel like you can start to lean on Gemma a little bit. Duplicate that section of code to look at reverse comparisons. Yeah. Yeah, let's see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and stage. Hold on, I need to look at actually what are the differences. well, I don't know, whatever. I'll just stage everything I have right now. And then I'm going to hit apply. And then that's gonna futz with my code. Assuming it doesn't crash. You feel like LLMs only get you 80% and then you have to do the remaining 20%? That's brutal. Yeah, if you're keeping your stuff like super duper clean, then the autocomplete in that last 20% is generally all that's really useful. Probably right now, me trying to just like copy pasta all these changes into the move ball function, it's a good chance it's going to do a terrible job. And it's choking, it seems like, on trying to even make the changes at all. But what I can do, I can just copy the move ball function that it threw at me and try it like that. Excuse me. And I can see that all it really did was kind of like you said, it just added a little bit of decoration. Oh, okay, interesting. It made a distinction between like if the direction is going left or right. That's kind of smart. I don't know that I would have thought of that. So that's a little bit like on the, okay, that just gave me like one extra little nugget. And then we can see if it builds. Okay. Seems to be building. It has built. Okay, so each time it hits the paddle, you get a point. Cool. All right. I don't know that we're gonna like do anything with that. Is the interesting thing. So now we need to work on this part right here. Okay, so let's see. This part of current file should be updated so that either player can lose. Scoring should, well, no, we'll change the scoring later. Oh, wait, no. How does the score go up? Score goes up. The score should go up when your opponent misses. Right. Let's see what it says about that. And less than. So this doesn't really work. This is trying to say I see what's happening. So that 4 needs to be swapped out with like a player 1x, player 2x. Okay. We could just use boundary left and boundary right. That's way easier. Alright, I'm gonna. Yeah, each player should get a point when the other one misses. Yes. You are exactly right. That's how Pong's supposed to work. So we're going to fix the scoring so you're not going to get a point when you hit the ball. Sorry, you're going to get a point when the other player misses. So this check seems a little excessive. I don't think we need to be checking paddle width. But whatever, I'm going to leave it alone because it works. Yeah, alright, so if the ball is left less than boundary left plus 2, then, so on that side, then player player 2 dot score plus plus, and this should happen regardless. I'll move this out. Delete that comment. If ball x is greater than boundary right minus 2. Yeah, here we go. Getting there. Player 1. Score. Yes. There. Yep. Alright. And if player 1 score how do we start a new game? Let's say if it's greater than the high score. It's gonna take way longer. But you can eventually start a new game. So if you're either score or actually, wait a minute. I'm already doing if checks. Just put these in brackets. And start new game. And then that in brackets. Start new game. I swear I have a format. And I used to have one. I don't know what happened. I need to install a formatter because I like writing messy and then just letting the formatter fix it for me. When someone scores. Ooh. Oh, does start new game reset the ball? I guess I need to check. Start new. Oh, then I need to change that. Resume doesn't do anything. Can I just delete this? I need start new match. Is a game, there's a match? Is that, How about, let's call it a ball. No. Duh. Serve. Serve ball. Okay, we're going to take all this, move it up to serve ball, ball properties, balls, start new, serve ball. Okay, let's try that. It says failed because Why? I must have broke something. I must have forgot a semicolon somewhere. Maybe I have to have a resume function? Maybe I have to have a resume function. Yeah, I don't know. Let's try revert that. No. Yes. Anytime you see an empty function like that, that's a clue. Oh dear. Oh dear, what did I do? Classic slop. Thanks, AI. Alright, what the fuck? No! No! Start a new match in the resume function, so every time you leave and come back it starts a new game. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. But at least for now, I've done a bad. So let's stage this part because I wrote it, and we're gonna have to very closely analyze the mess that Gemma made. So what happened? So this really just moved things around so that the direction is the first thing. So this part seems fine. The scoring, I did that. Why is the score just like going crazy? Okay, so it's got to be I really messed up here. Yeah, we're just like incrementing the score every time it passes 64. What is boundary right? Boundary right is 116. What? Oh. Oh, wait a minute. I'm supposed to bit shift it. That's why. But I feel like what I should be doing I feel like I should be bit shifting the other way for accuracy, right? Like if I bit shift down for collision, that's stupid. You're saying I moved start new game outside of where it belongs. Well, hold on. Let's first do, how many bit shifts does this move? 1. Let's bit shift this by 1. And then try that. Because first things first, I have to figure out like why the score is going crazy. Okay. Okay. So start new game. Needs to come after. No, that's not right. If the players, so it is starting a new game because the is that right? Oh. I see what's happening. Serve ball needs to run. It's just like you're racking up points anytime it crosses that threshold. Phaserville wants to, do you want to join the stream? We have to figure out how to do that. I could go get my headset though. I'm sure we can figure that out. That'd be fun. But, no. 1, 2, 1. This doesn't seem right. It's not bouncing anymore. Alright. Let's see what, Whoa. Alright, hold on, let me copy this. Where's the copy? Um, so, let's see. Nick, I spilled the beans. Well, maybe a little too early. But no, this is all good fun. Uh, I told him, stretch goals. What if we make Pong into one of the Hemispheres apps? This was the last stream, and I was thinking, it'd be all right if it's just basically racquetball. Like the ball just hits the wall. The second paddle's kind of a lie. What I'm trying to do is make sure that the second paddle is actually real, and now I'm trying to figure out how to discern between what counts as a new game. Like how does it just keep going, but it also needs to start over. I guess I need to look up the general rules of Pong. And I'm gonna guess, Nick. You just kind of. I'm gonna guess he kind of vibe coded this a little bit, but it's still interesting to kind of look it over. More precision for sub-pixel calculation, which is smart. Oh, interesting. Using the precision as a... Okay, that's kind of cool. So you can modify the precision for everything together. That's smart. I like that. Just basically more constants so that we can more easily scale things in and out. I mean, if I was writing CSS or something, that's exactly how I would be doing things, like setting a margin variable, setting how far in the paddles are variable, setting basically everything, and then you can adjust stuff, and everything gets adjusted together, kind of parametrically. So that's smart. Beep and boop, I like that. And then, yep, interesting. Ponglet icon. Start, reset, random, beep, boops. Okay, this is the amplitude thing you were talking about. Yeah, and then it keeps going. So, I mean, yeah, feel free to, more precision. More precision makes a slower ball. Well, yeah, we don't want that. Whoops. So, yeah, I think the trouble that I have right now is that even after stuff bounces, it doesn't really work out. So I'm going to have to move these outward, I guess. Let's see if that fixes my problem. Lose. Yep. Bounce. Thank you. Bounce. Good. Bounce. Yeah. Bounce. Yeah. Bounce. Yeah. Bounce. Alright, I'm going to make him lose. Lose. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Alright. So now I'm playing the right side manually. Oh, no. Alright. This is working well. This is working well. So the high score is 3. I mean, this really changes nothing about it from a CV standpoint, but now, yeah, alright. So, now comes the, wait. I need to commit what I have so far. So, move ball. This seems like I should. It seems like I shouldn't need to do this. Actually, is it making noise? Yeah, like this condition never happens. So I don't need that. Just verify that that doesn't break anything. So here's what I'm going to do. The documentation, way down here, (2018), the high score was 27. So I'm going to say we're going to use an old traditional thing to do where high score? Private. The high score, 27. Oh, indeed, the ball does really get a lot faster. Wow. We're going to make high score of 27. Yep. But the reason this can just keep going like this is because it's set up like a stupid DVD player bounce, and that's not right. So instead, yeah, it's getting really fast. Dang it! Oh. Oh, yeah, it's hard. Yeah, it probably needs a little bit more precision, probably. There's a bug in here. It looks great on the real screen, though, I gotta say. And then the other thing that is probably the last major thing. Hold on, though, because I'm not done, like, dang. Okay, we can remove this, we know that for a fact. We can remove this. Yep, we're going to check player 1 and then player 2. What else did I change? Something up here. Oh yeah, high score. I don't know if I really want to do that. Alright, what do we fix? We did inputs. We did scores for both players. Yep. High score should update in real time as the score increases. We kind of did that. We haven't done direct CD control over the paddles. We haven't done digital inputs for the right side. At least I don't think. Hold on. Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. So that's done. CPU. I'm tempted to not do one. I think all you really need if you want the old style is you just self-patch the module. And then it frees up this app to be like really, really lightweight. If you want it to feed back into itself, that's so easy to do. Yeah, so the goal here is to make it have absolute CV control anyway. So that you can control it with like physical sliders. Like that's how you're supposed to be able to control Pong. So the digital controls are just there for the convenience of like if you want to do it that way. Clicking the buttons to move it up and down, I got rid of that. I was going to change the buttons to like, do you want it to be, I don't know, like a menu or something. Or maybe game modes or, I don't know. Pitch from a keyboard. That would be silly. I think probably the more common thing is going to be like, you just want to be able to do the basic thing like read from 0 to 5 or read from -5 to 5 or whatever it is. Or, there's like the weird ranges. So, yeah, self-patching Y should just recreate the original version of the game. You have to play the right melodies to win. That would be funny. I mean, that would be something you could do in the applet version, right? Because then your other app can be sending out pitch CD. So, yeah. Then you could make the Goonies play the right melody to win. Zelda, Ocarina of Crime. That can be the name of no, don't mess with Nintendo. Don't name the firmware there. Well, maybe you could. Maybe it's just different enough. Alright, so the next thing, this one's kind of like indeterminate. I'm just going to mark it like that. Alright, a way to toggle between CPU manual might kind of be done there. Kind of, sort of indeterminate. So I'll mark this as indeterminate. And this highlight thing, I don't know that I really care about. So I'm going to move it down. We're going to say direct CV control over the PAL. Yeah, that's the next thing I should work on. Yeah, you like that? Scoring for player 2 works. Yep. Alright. And commit. And push. Let's just make sure that it's there. Good. Okay, now the fun part. So I've got the Supra here, which you cannot see, but currently a silly whatchamacallit, I don't know, like Morse code is just like sending out gates and stuff. But I'm gonna start to send out. How do I do this? I have to hold on the hand and press the one that I want. And now I just have a regular old CD input. So the real challenge now is going to be doing direct control. So I have a few other branches where I started to do this. Let's see. There was that one. There's that one. There's that one. There's that one. Yeah, so there's a few. I made a little bit of a mess. So let me have a look at view file at this revision. What did I do on this revision? I did a pretty basic mod where the move CD is literally just input 1 or 0. Okay, so when I took this to an event recently, that's all I did. So let's have a look at how do we handle these things now? Now we have the player. Move power up, move power down. It's going to be part of controller. Okay, so alright, we're going to say move P1 CD is just in 0. That's how I did it over here, and then I had to figure out how to set it correctly, and I'm just going to copy this since I kind of already figured it out. Okay. I guess we have to make a tweak. I'm not sure I really need to do that. But, well, I'll figure out compatibility stuff later. To do find out if I still need Northern Light NLM group tweaks. Because I feel like the utility functions should just handle that for me. And then I'm going to paste this. Oh man. I think this will work. So if you end up pressing up or down, it'll try to move it up. Wait. It's going to break the digital movement. I don't know how to handle this. Let me try it. Just try it. Just try it. Y center. How did I get Y center? Y center. Where did it come from? Oh. It's just 32. Right? Oh wait, no. It's 30. It's something else. Hold on. I can do this. I can do this in my head. Hold on, it's 61 plus 11, 72 divided by 2, 36. So, I need 36. And yeah, it should compile now. No? Oh, whoops. Okay. Okay. Supra is now playing player 1. Let me check the outs. So out, ball position should be coming out of the third output, and I'm going to unplug the third output. Oh no, it's backwards. Alright. We're getting there. First of all, this is the Y center. It's going to be the it's too low for some reason. boundary minus top minus the paddle height. Where's paddle height? I don't even have access to that. So I don't know how it compiled, unless I have a paddle H still in here that I forgot to. Yep. Yep. I've still got these, and I forgot to delete them. So constrain, yeah, I suppose I could use constrain. I'm trying to remember how to use it. Call me lazy. Blop. Yep. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Constrain Y center, Y center. Okay, so yeah, we're going to rewrite this as layer 1 dot paddle Y constrain how does it get? This doesn't seem right. This is very wrong. Oh, I see what you're trying to do. Yeah, that's not quite right, though. That's not quite right. It's going to be we're gonna need n0 for and then boundary top minus I1 pedal H. I think that's right. Or does it start from the top? Actually, yeah, I think it starts from the top. And then this one, yeah, let me try that. I'll just try it. You know, just try it. Yeah, see, that's what I was trying to do. So, if you offset and scale correctly, you don't really need to constrain. It looks really silly though. Whee! So, what is... Okay, oh, okay. What's the range of an input? I guess that's my first question. I need to understand. What's the range of an input? I don't even know. And definitely bottom is going to need to be minus the height of the paddle. So at minimum, let me just try that. And at least, hopefully will get me hemisphere max input CV. Modulate. Come on, get up there, buddy. Oh no. Modulate, huh? Modulate. Multiply by 128 pixels, divide by... Yeah, but it's not in pixel space. It's like precision pixel space. This is why it was really smart of you to use the precision helper thing. I'm kind of... I feel like I need graph paper to figure this sort of thing out. This is the kind of thing that makes me pull out graph paper. Yeah, let me look at your... I'm going to actually look at this again. I mean, graph paper Pong. I mean, dude, like, how else are we going to figure out, you know, the final boss of this, the hardest thing, we haven't even touched yet. I haven't even touched the hardest thing. Oh, wait, dude, I don't have the whole output. All I have is, like, you know, 47 lines left. Or, oh, wait, I could have downloaded it. Oh. Oh. Yeah, man. Alright, let me try it. Alright, hold on. I'm going to download... Now the question is, how do I, yeah, I did. How do I add, so I've got my Ponglet now. So there you go, there's the whole thing. Close that, I don't need to save. But how do I tell the main file about a new applet? I've never actually done that. Is it in main? Oh man. Is it in apps? Hemisphere config. Ah, there it is. HELMNOPLM. It should go right here. Include applets. Ponglet. Dot. And sure. Nope, I don't think I did it right. Oh. Declare applet Onlet, and then what is the gibberish that comes after that? What? Is it like a unique ID or something? A unique ID, okay. Gosh, how do you keep track of that? And then, what's the other number? Category doesn't matter. What? Bro, you need enums for these. You can't just have like random hex. Come on. Categories. Where's the category? What? Nuh-uh. No. What are your, what? Categories? Categories? Okay, alright, fine. Fine, I'm gonna leave it alone, but somewhere down here, where was I? No. Bro, you need an enum for that. That's, no, not a fan. There used to be categories that got removed. I'm going to add them back someday. Oof. Hemispheres. Ponglet. Look at them. Look at them bouncing around. Oh gosh. Yeah, I know it's probably gonna sound crazy, Nick, but like double click. What? Huh. Do you have the beeps and boops? Wait a minute. The output comes out of A. I mean, well, it still has like the same big issue that this Pong app has. All the Pong apps have an issue, and I don't know how to explain it. I don't know exactly how to explain it other than to try to draw it in like ASCII or something. But basically I need graph paper. But you've got your paddle, right? But in reality, it's kind of shaped like this. Not random. It's not random. If the ball hits here, then it's going to shoot up this way. If the ball hits here, it's going to shoot this way. If the ball hits here, it's going to shoot this way. And that's how original Pong works. And if your paddle is currently moving this way very, very fast, and you hit here, then it moves, whoa, shoot, no. Then your ball's going to move very, very, very fast that way. So they stack on top of each other. So having direct control over the paddle is how you make the ball go bong, 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 but it loses velocity. It doesn't keep it. There's actually like friction or drag or something. So you can kind of make it go boing, 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 boing. Yeah. So, yeah. This is going to be the thing that makes it feel awesome. And you're not going to miss, the paddles. Oh, no, they didn't get closer. Because just the fact that you can't rely on it being like basic, DVD menu always at a 45-degree angle, and that the velocity of the paddle also affects it a little bit, so it's always going to be shooting in like a totally different angle. You actually have to watch the ball. You can't just camp in one spot. That's what makes Pong fun. And challenging, and why you need a fader in order to like hit the ball. You need to be able to like zip down to go get it, just like in real tennis. But anyway, I digress. The first thing I have to figure out is how to get I need to figure out how to get this input to obey CV at all. And I'm totally fine. My head already hurts from doing this for however many hours. Man, it's later than I thought it was. Almost 11 o'clock. Wow. Thank you for hanging out, by the way. I could have, I guess, just done this in, Discord. I probably should have just done this in my Discord and promoted my Discord. But like, jump into Synth Club in the whatever. Have I not pushed? Yeah, hold on, let me check. Scoring works. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, people can learn from this by watching me struggle. I'm not going to push Ponglet because that's your slop. Yeah. I don't know if I need Y center yet. I mean, I hope that this is just general, like, hey, have you never developed code before? Here's what it's like. Like, no, you can't just vibe everything. Like, we can vibe a tiny bit, but, like, okay, for sure, I know that I don't need those. This is my methodical way of doing things. Like, I stage stuff to say, yep, that was definitely the right way to do that. This stuff I'm just not sure about yet. So we still have more work to do. Man, it's really raining outside. Wow. Yeah, I'll probably have to edit this down. But yeah, here, let me bang on Gemma here for a second. Just maybe it'll free up some of my like energy in my head. So the constraints that need to actually be considered are output range. Let's see. The input range on N0 is, I don't actually know. You said it was max input CD. Is 0 to max input CD. Top of the playing field is boundary top. Bottom is boundary bottom. Paddle has a height of layer 1 dot paddle. And how do the paddles get drawn? That's the other thing that's kind of important. Like, I guess it's being constrained pretty well right now, so it's just not scaling very well. I'll actually write that in. The range is being constrained just fine with this. Here's the C code. But the range isn't scaling very well. I mean, the goal would be, I don't actually know what the goal is. I think I need my, like, Mordax data, actually. Well, but the goal would be that 2.5 volts. I don't even know how to describe volts here, really. The goal would be that 2.5 volts would put the POW smack in the middle. I don't... One octave. One octave? Hold on. One octave. 12. 7 is 1 octave. Reference constants. I see the 1 octave now, yeah. I know from just utils that 1 octave is 12, bit shift into 7. But what does that mean? Like, Nick, do you understand what I'm trying to say here? Is that what I would like is probably there needs to be a way to like set the range with a menu. Like, which voltage range do you want? Right now, I have a module outputting CV with, wait, I'm not using Supra. Okay, let me plug in Supra. Okay, now I am using Supra. 0 to 5 volts. I can set the voltage range on Supra. So it goes 0 to 5. And I should be able to tell Pong, hey, I'm using a 0 to 5 controller. Or I'm using a +5 to -5 controller. I wonder if maybe the easiest thing to do would just let the user pick the low and the high. Maybe that's the easiest way to do it. I don't know. Can I use the map function here? Is map a thing? Yeah, map. What's map? We're going to go from zero to the center CV. Oh, look. See, I have a way of knowing what the center is. What is map? Oh, dude, map. Map is from Arduino. We have access to Arduino. Map takes a value, you give it the range of the input you give it the range of the output, it uses integer math, and it figures out how to convert one to the other. It converts ranges. You could just write the function yourself, but it uses like decently efficient integer math to just do it for you. But I don't know how to say 5 volts. Is it efficient? That's a great question. Could you write a more efficient one than the Arduino people? I don't know. Here's the real question. Efficiency really comes down to, is map already being used somewhere? And if not, then it's going to take up compile instruction space. And it seems that no, it is not being used anywhere currently. So, okay, so I'll be clogging up instruction space by using it. But I mean, it can't be much worse than constrain. I'm just going to keep trying. I know. I don't know. I think I'm just getting tired. There we go. I just needed to bit shift it by one more bit. That was easy. Alright, let me see if I can get... I think that the position of the ball is outputting a backwards based on the top of the ball. Mm. Yeah, but that's in, so yeah, right now positive input voltage yields a positive Y pixel, but that's in, I think, that's what's happening, but I don't have my Mordax data plugged in. I probably need to really get into the nitty gritty here. $60 semitones, it's 5 volts. Oh, now are you thinking of, you're thinking of like being able to play it like on a piano? Because remember that there's MIDI to CV conversion. Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, how many octaves is that? 60 and 12 into 60. Um, yeah, 5 octaves. All the this thing is a quantizer. All of the code is designed for pitch CB. Uh-huh. Yeah. But yeah, the thing that I'm really going to put my foot down about is that up should graphically be up. I know it's not graphics space, but I'm going to really put my foot down about that. Because up should be up. Up should not be down. So I need to come back over here. Just add a little inversion. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I need an offset. And it needs to be bit shifted. So, need N1, bit shifted 7. Minus. I'm just going to take the constraint off, and then I'll be able to see, even if the paddle goes off the screen, like, am I anywhere near what I'm supposed to be doing? It'll be 60? Oh, I see what you're doing. 60 would be the, it's the boundary bottom. Nope. Yeah, I'm sending voltage in. I'm sending the same bouncy ball CD in to both. I'm going to plug in something else just for fun, but yeah, it's the same. It's identical. I wonder what I did. How about Y center? Oh, wait a minute. In 3. There we go. So now I need the output to be the outputs. Where's the out? The output needs to be reversed. Yeah, I'm not constraining this just yet because I want to see it going off, because that tells me that, like, the range isn't quite right yet. So no. It's just kind of showing me that, like, you'll see in a second. Hold on. Like, we want the paddle and the ball position to be in the same spot. If it's constrained, then one won't match the other, and you have to, we kind of have to, like, do one thing at a time, you know? Okay, so now I don't know what I've done to the output except just ruin it. Let me try. Different. Okay. I think Supra is just kind of junk, so I'm going to ignore that. Yeah, I need my data. Ugh. I need to go pull it out of the other rack. I probably need to go to sleep soon. I'm tired. But oh, I can feel it. I can feel it. We're almost there. Got my data. And just gonna hot plug it. I think it's too big for a pod. But but that's okay. It'll let me do the science. Okay, first things first, I need to have a look. I'm going to stop the beeping, because I only brought 3 cables. And 3 is plenty. We're going to look at the output of the ball. And we're going to send the output of the ball back into CV4, which is actually 3. Alright, and I can see that this is very interesting. Alright, so the problem is that it's negative. Huh. Okay, so this is now going from 0 to 5, and $128 divided by 2. Hmm. Okay, now we're going from 0 to 5. Wonderful. And now the voltage range actually, it's good, it's good, it's good, it's good. So the thing that needs to be done here minus 2. Okay. Awesome. Perfect, actually. So what we're going to do, yes, I'm going to map from this in the range of boundary top to boundary bottom. And I'm going to map it from boundary top to boundary bottom minus the height of the paddle. See how that does. Okay, so now we're starting at 0, which should be boundary bottom, and then boundary top. Try again. No, I broke it. Divided by 0. Whoa. No, that's not freaking right. Wow. Hold on now. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Oops. Man, I didn't even like name this stream properly. But at any rate, I think I'm done for the night. I'm pretty tired. So I'm just gonna let this play one more time, reset the Supra, and I really like to see the left hand versus the right hand. I mean, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty fun. I'm gonna take the code that I have so far. It's definitely not perfect or anything, but it's an improvement. Improves ins and outs. And I'm going to push that code, and yeah, I think we're definitely well on our way. So I'm going to come back tomorrow briefly. Tomorrow's the last day. It is officially the 7th. It's officially the due date. Superbooth has already started, and I'm glad I did this. I'm glad I did something, you know? And you can too. Alright, good night.